Right, so I thought I'd show you my newest arcade map in Far Cry 5. Um, I kind of made it as a break because I spent a shit ton of time making Nacht der Untoten, the zombie map, dozens of hours on that. So it was I was kind of burnt out, so I wanted to make something that was more just for myself, and it's just a little experiment, I guess you could say. I just had an idea to make a a single street from a large city, and you were just stuck on that street. There's nothing to actually do except explore. No weapons, no abilities, no equipment, nothing.
Journey.
And you're just a civilian on a downtown street. Just to try and create as immersive experience as possible. And I'd say overall, it's aesthetically it's fine, but you can only have 24 AI to spawn on the map at the start, so it's very sparsely populated, basically. But I think I did the best I could with what I had. So you start in this little alleyway, full street, decorations, dogs, people, vehicles, clean working vehicles actually, not scrappy ones, and you can't get in them because I don't want people driving all over the place. And yeah, you've got this road, you've got traffic as you can see going down the roads. That took a ton of work to get to actually behave properly. But essentially there's four vehicles outside the map that all have a preset route to zigzag through the streets around the playable area. So it kind of looks like there's stuff going on outside the actual map. This is the limit here. So this I guess, end of these buildings to the end of the other buildings at the end of the street. That's the limit. But yeah, you've got people just doing things, just doing their own thing, working on stuff. Try to give it some details. I didn't want to use any wrecked vehicles that you could actually see up close, so everything on this street is a reasonably normal looking vehicle. I got this guy checking stuff on the menu. This is some kind of United Nations building, I guess you could say. A ton of bus stops, ton of buses. They're all parked, although they do have engine sounds at the back, but it's really quiet. Unfortunately, the vehicles that are scripted to drive around the city, you can't get AI to loop or anything, so these guys just do it once and then they stop. So I'm just hoping people who play the map catch the vehicles as they do their thing, but it's easy to miss. It's very subtle. Anyway, let's continue looking on this side. So actually, I didn't point out these buildings have names. I tried to make them feel more alive and immersive, so I made up a random name for a shop, and all the windows have posters and stuff, decoration. Wanted the building not to be completely plain. Bits of detail all over the place, like even the little leaves scattered around the trees that dot it.
Hi there, miss.
I noticed that if you put 24 AI, just civilian AI around the map, all they do is say hello to you. So you just keep walking past and they're like, "Hello, miss," or "Hello, sir." If you're a male character, I'm a female character. Yeah, bits of litter, lots of bus stops. They're a good way to fill up the scenery. And I wanted to make sure the road was nice and detailed as well. With all the markings and stuff. But a bunch of vending machines. I can't believe there's only one modern vending machine model in the actual map editor. I found that a bit disappointing, the fact that Halo, which is a game set in the 26th century, has more vending machines than Far Cry. But yeah, you can actually unlock all the brakes on every real vehicle, but you can't get in them. It's intentional. Here's the World Bank Associates building. I had quite a lot of fun making the signs. You've actually got the trade center over there. I'll get to that side of the street. But yeah, you've got bike racks, little bits and bobs. Just decoration to make the city look at least slightly alive. I guess I could pretend that this map is set on like a bank holiday, and everyone's at home. No one, all the buildings are shut, and there's just a handful of people. But there's not enough you don't have enough access to AI to populate the rest of the map, unfortunately, so I kind of made it empty. I might scatter these people around a bit more, potentially, but I don't know. Anyway, we'll go to this side. We've got more people just chilling. It was easier to give people animation points, because then they stay put. Because if they don't, they just kind of wander around and do their own thing, and it can be a bit weird. When I first started making the map, they all started climbing on top of the bus stops for some reason. All of them, all three, they climb on the roof. So I had to put invisible barriers to stop the AI climbing on the bus stop. Didn't make any sense, but yeah. More details, bits and bobs. Again, the doggy.
Hunting zone laws are designed.
It was great to have a dog on the map. Yeah, so you got World Bank, United Nations building, JP & Co, which I guess is like a shopping mall. The World Bank Associates. Another bus stop. Oh yeah, even got little vents here to sewer vents, I guess. And tons of American flags. You know, they actually add a great amount of detail to the map somehow. And yeah, this is the other edge. The streets continue in every direction, all over the place. There's the mall. Just random things, really. Just any little detail I could add, just to make it feel. I wanted it to feel kind of real, and I wasn't worried about invisible barriers because it's just like an experience. Yeah, so I don't have to create any creative-looking ways to block off the map, and you can see the horizon in the distance all the way down that long street. And essentially, the way I stopped the AI waltzing onto the pavements, not only did I put them in control zones, but there's technically invisible barriers here, but they're like 10 centimeters high, and apparently the AI can't traverse over that, so they can technically only use the zebra crossings over there on each end of the map, so it kind of keeps people from just randomly wandering onto the road, because it wouldn't make any sense. I was thinking of maybe putting barricades up to make it look like the road is closed for construction or something, but I didn't bother. It's the quietest city in the world. It's got 4 cars in it, or 2 trucks and 2 cars driving around, and then they just disappear. I wish there was a way to get them to loop, but you can't get them to repeat stuff. So it was already a nightmare in itself trying to get the AI to follow the scripted routes and everything. It was very difficult. But yeah, that's it basically. It was just a little thing for me to do as a break, give myself some breathing room to work on something between bigger maps, bigger undertakings. And I was pleasantly surprised to see that this morning the map had a 1/2-star rating on the arcade. It always fills me with motivation to keep going. But, you know, I just, at this stage I kind of make maps for myself. I don't make them for the community, because the arcade community is basically dead. So, yeah. On that note, I just left the endpoint of the map optional. You can just kind of get in the car if you want, or explore the street. It's quite fun. I enjoyed making it. It was nice. But yeah, you just climb in here. Mission accomplished.
You are triumphant.